We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Miami.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be brought down. Short pickup. It's at the 26. 2nd down and 8.
79 Broncos.
look to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 6.
60 Bison, 6 Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Ready?
They'll run right here with Bigsby. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. They face second down and 7.
Come on, set. Ready?
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Go! Rig alert, rig alert. Check out.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut, hut.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cut 19, cut 19.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
19 Carter, 19 Carter. Go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll look to throw again. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70. Check out.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Miami after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
give, left side. Here comes Hall. Can't fault the effort. He got hit for a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They send him right out of the slot. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And a good return here as he is out of bounds up at the 45.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Look them up on a 2nd down and 8.
Cowboy 80.
To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Track it 60. Ready?
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to have a Dolphins 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Okay, ready? Ready? Viking 18. Check go.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
A 49-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Dolphins can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. Finding room across midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And another 1st down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. On 1st down, they'll go with an option right. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Look wide. Get this one complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. They will indeed go as they... It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
So Kittle comes in motion. Here's the option, running right. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll throw out of the gun. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And the Dolphins will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Smash, smash.
This drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check. Here we go, set.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
18, pioneer.
No gain on the play.
Take off.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
A third down. They'll try to get it on the ground.
Number 35, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
Hurt, hurt. 19 tight.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This fielded inside the 35. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Ready, ready. Cowboy 80.
Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown, but either way, first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. 11 yards as they move the chains. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown, since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Hawk 7.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Ready? Cut 19! Cut 19! Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Going up top and looking for Andrews. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's first down.
Jack, Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Jack. Hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss. They'll run. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On the ready.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2.
Warrior 70.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it with Hall. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Second down, 8 for the first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Back to the air one more time. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Short kick taken just inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Go!
They'll send him over to the left. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by the running back, Bigsby. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Third and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Their own 28-yard line.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. At the 60. At the 60.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Another run here with Hall. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down. They'll go again with Hall. Open space to the 35. And he's going to be taken down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60
A run here with Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Here's a toss, right side. Space to run, inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So this one, a win for the visiting Jets. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory.